guy running with Latin. The guy run, my friend, but they're gonna catch him. You see that, my friend? They're gonna go get him. They're gonna go get him, my friend. Look.
What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on this YouTube Thursday, where today I'll be going over my top 4 plugins that I tend to use in most of my productions. But before we get into things, what I need you to do is to give me some of that SLC. Subscribe, like, and comment to stay engaged in the conversation, and hit the notifications bell to ensure that you know what we have coming next at all times. Peace. All right, so let's get into things here. We have a track I'm working on right here, and I'm going to demonstrate my top 4 plugins that I use on a frequent basis. So the first one, let me get the music rolling here. The first one is Track Spacer. This is brilliant for ensuring chicks cut through. I've been a heavy advocate for this one. Like, you could just hear if I AV it slightly, and hopefully you're wearing headphones or you're in your studio listening to this. You can hear how slightly muddy it is without it on. But once it's engaged, you can hear the kick cutting through. And I use this on the bass channels as well. Sorry for my screen, it's a little busy. I don't have it on my bass line as of yet, but I would typically put it here as well. And it's just a great product, very easy to use. Just come over on the advanced panel and make sure the attack and release are set to the far left, because I just want that to be fast. So it almost in a way acts as a side chain, but it's just very specific to having certain frequencies cut through. So there you have it. That is Track Spacer, magnificent plugin. Highly recommend that you use in your productions. Next one here, I'm going to solo it out, is the stock auto filter plugin from Logic. Now, you can use other filtering products, but the reason why I love this so much is because it combines the worlds of filtering, distortion, and as well as LFO to kind of give it a nice pumping feel. At least that's what I use it for on a typical basis. You know, when it's off, of course the sample will just cut through, but it adds a nice sort of rhythm. And even when you know, if I just hold it here, it's got a nice little pumping feel to it. I just love it, man. It's great. And as I said, you can experiment if you don't necessarily have Logic for the auto filter plugin. Just make sure you use a filter, and use it in this chain: filter, distortion, and LFO. You can use Demuir transfer plugin for the LFO, which is a great one. So I tend to use this all the time on most of my productions, especially on main samples. Next up is the Pultec. So to hear this one, let me see, I think I got it running through, yeah, on machine here. Pad 9. So if I solo it out, kind of like a clap sort of slash snare. But when I take it off, you hear the difference immediately. I love using the Pultec in situations of snares, punching up claps, layering claps and other snares, because it just cuts through the mix entirely. And as you heard, when it's off, it's just very obvious that we haven't engaged the plugin. So I love this. Like in particular, how you can control the lower frequency, specifically from 20 to 100 hertz, and you can boost here. And I think this is attenuating the frequency as well, which I don't tend to use too often. It's usually just boosting in a particular frequency. In this case, it's 100 because I want to punch it up and And this is the stock setting of the UAD plugin for Pultec Legacy. But I do make little adjustments and tweaks, and then you see they have something similar here for the higher ends of the frequency, anywhere from 3,000 kilohertz to 16,000, and you can boost and attenuate as well there. So fantastic plugin. And last but not least is the FabFilter Parole multiband. So I'm going to add the sample in here just to show the impact of this plugin. I'm using a setting called the low-mid cleanup, because what tends to happen over the course of all of your instruments here is, even though I'm shaving out 30 hertz on my master chain, I tend to still run into areas where there's just a lot of low and mid frequency collisions. No matter what I do, I can make little adjustments in my mix, and this is just great for saying, fuck it, we're doing this. So here's a demonstration of how this works. So this is with it off, this is with it on. Let's do that one more time just to make sure you got the difference. This is off, back on again. It's just marvelous. And when at least I find when I engage this plugin, things sound louder, although you can clearly see it's taking out, some frequencies here that are colliding in the mix and cleaning it up a bit. Making just slight adjustments, which are all adjustable to your ear. If you don't agree with the initial setting, you can adjust it accordingly. But it's all there. I find it makes the right decisions and handles the frequencies very well at a summed bus level. So highly recommend this one, and I always have this on my master chain. I'll do another video about my master chain another time, but this is a definite must-have. So I hope this has been helpful to you. These are my top 4 plugins that I always find being engaged in my productions, and I hope it fares well for you. I'd be interested in your feedback and thoughts when you've engaged some of these plugins, just to let me know how it works out for you and how you go about using it in your productions. Peace.